Facet-wise is okay. That grip right hand needs to be a smidgen more on top if you can. So ideally, you want your left thumb to be sort of covered with your right thumb. Obviously nice and loose, but your right thumb needs to be a bit more on top. Okay. Other than that, setup's looking good. We said takeaway now is looking much better with the club going back more on line, sort of toe line there, and you're hinging your wrist up. The top of your back are now in a good position. What we're trying to get you to do now is that angle your wrist and arm create, maintain that for as long as you can. So basically from there now, you've turned your shoulders 90 degrees. Now you're going to unwind your shoulders back to the golf ball of your hips and torso. So keep that angle as you come through. So at this point, you know, you've still got your angle. Still got your angle then. At that point, what we look to try and see is the hands and arms a little bit more here rather than pull back quite so far, because when your left arm gets a little bit now towards that hitting position, you're losing the angle just a little bit, okay? Now what's happened in the past, when you did this sort of casting, as we called it, where you basically lost the angle completely, what that does is it extends the club further. So obviously if you've got the club in this position, if my arm's there, that's the full length of arm and club, okay? If I've got the club here, that's a short position to there. That club now gets nearer the ground than there, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So when the club's nearer the ground, hitting the ground now is something that's easy peasy. When you keep this angle in now, what you've done, you almost have to try and ingrain like a, don't hit the ground behind the ball, because you were casting and throwing the club out this way and obviously overtaking. So this sort of rise up caused you to miss the ground just sufficient enough to hit an okay shot, but the hook. What we're going to try and do now is keep that angle here and find the ground. Whereas before you did this, and then don't go left, and that rising up compensated for that extension. So you hit the ground okay, but it was happy hooky, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to keep this angle, so that's going to make the length of the swing shorter, but find the ground as you work and move to the left as that body clears, okay? If the body stops working, whether because you're just trying to not hit it left, or trying to rise up the shoulder, either or, the club will overtake the body, and then you've got the hook going on. Okay, you get that casting sensation, as we said. So at the point of contact now, what you want to kind of think of is like a straight line. There's like a finish line there from your left shoulder to your left, and you want your hands to win that race. Now in this case, it's kind of a club head, almost hands dead heat. Okay, but that was one of the better shots you hit. Okay, in the past you'd have your hands sort of back here, and the club would be over there, so where you sort of flicked and scooped through it. Okay, the club's overtaken. So that race you've got to get from the top of the backstone there now, you've got to get the hands to win that race. Now, how much further that club's got to travel, the hands should win. But if your hands in that first move, you did that casting as we saw, so that drill, we've got it dropping on the line, you create that angle there now, and then you just maintain that down to there. All you're literally doing is unwinding your hips and your shoulders. Yeah. Nothing really of any requirement, strength, flexibility or coordination. You're just unwinding your body. Okay, it shouldn't be that difficult, but often it is a lot harder than it looks, because you think people sort of instinctively go wrong. As they come down to there with the left arm, rather than the club back there, the club gets down there too much. Okay, so keep that angle back. The angle of the club going back is good. I like that. The progression you made on the club with the takeaway is looking good. Sometimes do a bit more hinge up slightly, but overall it's a better move down the backswing. So you set the club nicely. It's like that transition down to the golf ball, not that throw of the golf club to the golf ball. Okay, if you throw the golf club to the golf ball, he wins the race. They can't catch up, and then it's just big hook. And then your compensation to stop that is, I'll rise up and push out to the right. You gotta thin it. Yeah. Man, right.